Hey guys, welcome back to Vinceville Custom. So today I'm sharing with you a Miss Marvel custom statue made from the Sideshow Collectibles Vampirella statue. I got this statue a while back from somebody. It's been sitting on my shelf and I really didn't know what to do with it. The base was really messed up and the statue was pretty good. No really main issues with it, but there was something a little bit that happened to it. I'll kind of explain in a bit. But I really didn't know what to make of her. She has these really high boots and they were wrinkles. And trying to figure out who to kind of convert it into with those type of, boots and those heels, I really couldn't come up with too many ideas. And I noticed that, a lot of talk has been going on about the Captain Marvel movie with, Carol Danvers now as Captain Marvel. So I just said, you know what, why don't I make Miss Marvel in a Warbird outfit, because you're probably never going to see this outfit made again, and this is kind of my favorite version anyway. So, and the statue is a really beautiful statue, and I really wanted to try something different with the hair, and I thought it was kind of a great pose. Maybe, if she's standing in front of, like, Captain America, Hulk, Iron Man, she could be, like, forefront, in the Avengers setup, and, I wanted to give her a smaller base, too. So I think it worked out pretty cool. I had a lot of fun with it, and like I said, it's a really great design outfit, and this is, the Miss Marvel I grew up with, so, of course, it's always fun to really get some of these statue customs of her like this. So we're getting a little bit closer. Break down a lot of stuff what I did. What I'm noticing though with a lot of Sideshow statues I'm working on, it seems I'm able to tell when something is kind of hollow and it's not now. And this one is actually kind of hollow in the upper section of the body, but when I was working on her, I started off at the bottom of the statue. I started off with the boots, and I was working up around here. And in my hand, out of nowhere, this part of the leg broke off. And then my hand went like this. She slipped out of my hand, and I broke the ankles on both feet. And then this part was broken off. Thank God I already had the arms cut off, and I caught it in time, but I didn't catch it all the way. So what it was is there was a huge air bubble in this whole part of the leg. And she did feel like very light too. I was like, why does this statue feel so light? And sure enough, I found out that there was an air bubble and it broke in within my hand, which is kind of a good thing because, if I was to work on it and then down the line someone's holding it and it pops in their hand, it's a mess. But I guess it's a good thing I found out about it. And then what I also did is, since she broke over with this ankle, I put a nice big rod going up this leg and everything, and I reworked all that. So, it seems to me some of these statues now that I'm working on, there's a little bit of hollow bubbles in some of these items. And most of the time it's in the upper body. Now, it's not a bad thing when you have the statue, but it's bad when it's like, eggshell like that with the hand. But I was able to fill up the whole entire leg, attach it back, and it worked out pretty good. So what I did with her is I did also make the arms removable. So you can see here, I put a peg with a magnet in there because I wanted to make sure that, this stuff could be broken down and wouldn't damage and everything, and then over there as well. So, and I also kind of brought up the piece a little bit as well to give it that little bit of a point, and let's see, it goes in there pretty well. So kind of break down all the custom work. Since she had the high boots, I really wanted to give Miss Marvel the wrinklish boots with the high heels. I think that worked out pretty cool. Then I worked out her outfit. Like I said, this is a really great sculpt, and never really had a chance to actually customize this one, so finally I was able to work on it and everything. I did add a zipper in the back of her outfit. Hopefully you guys can see it. That's actually a zipper from one of the premium format Harley Quinn statues, because whenever you take off that cloth on that statue, there's a zipper in back of it. That's kind of how they slip it on. So I was able to utilize that zipper, and I have a bunch of them, so it worked out good. I gave her sash, sculpted that all, and gave it nice wrinkles on the side. Gave her the large logo on her outfit. That seemed to be more of the common look near the end of this Miss Marvel Warbird cycle. And then for the hair, I wanted to try something a little bit different. I thought this, this hair and this sculpt was really cool. And when you take off the Vampirella hair, she has an ear, but then this side of the face was missing. So I was like, what can I do? So I was going on DeviantArt, and I really like looking up 3D, male and female, artwork on DeviantArt, because there's really a lot of cool styles and hairstyles and stuff like that. So I saw one that had this kind of like, flipped over hair, and I thought maybe, you know what, let's try something like that for once, because, you know, we always have the typical flowing hair, or it's parted in the middle, and it's always the same. So I figured, since this is not really an action pose, why don't we just give her a nice little bit of a sexy look and kind of flip it over to one side, you know. So it's just a little, I don't know, just something a little bit different, trying stuff, you know, just trying stuff here and there. You know, sculpted the mask on, Archer Fine Transfer, Eye Decals, Garage Kit Colors Flesh Tone. For her outfit, I painted it in the black, then I gloss coated it, and I gave it some kind of like a misting of pearlized, well, it's kind of like a gunmetal, but then I toned that down, and then I kind of dulled it down a little bit. So it's kind of shiny, but it's not like latex shiny. So it's almost like, feels more like a rubberish, kind of like a Batman type outfit. That's kind of what I was going for. I think that worked out pretty cool. And Sash got a hint of interference right in there to give a little bit of a silky look. Probably not showing up in the camera too well. Of course, you know, the main symbol, bolt symbol on her chest is kind of just a pearlized gold. Now for her hair, I also tried something different. It might be showing straight yellow, but it's not. Actually, it's a lot of like, it's kind of like, I forget the color. It's like a burnt sienna or raw sienna. With some white and some light yellowish in there. Not really a lot of yellow. And I just kind of wanted to keep blending it. I did a lot of brush work in there. And then I blended it more, and I did more brush work. And I just kept blending it. You know, it's all sculpted from scratch too as well. And I just wanted to give it a nice flow, flipping over the side. And just had some fun with it. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's a really great sculpt. This Vampirella is a great statue. I was finally happy to get my hands on one and kind of convert it. Now, as far as the base, I wanted to utilize the base, make it small. Couldn't use the base that Vampirella came with because it was defective and it wouldn't make sense for Miss Marvel. And the other thing too is, like I say, I always talk to people now. A lot of people want their bases cut down because they just don't have room. And I thought maybe we'll just do a nice simple base, and then I'll break rocks like it's a street rock. Like, you know, it's almost like the Power Girl base. I did a couple other bases like this before. I even did a Sideshow Miss Marvel custom statue where I made a new base for that one, and I kind of did the same thing. So I just wanted it nice and simple where it really holds the statue, but it doesn't take up a lot of room. So she could go into a Besta or near some other statues and really kind of sit there in front of them. So that's pretty much what I came up with. Like I said, you're really not going to see this outfit made anymore. You know, maybe in a couple of smaller statues here and there, but with the movie coming out, I think this Warbird outfit's going to be retired for good for a long time, if ever it comes back again. So if any of the old guys, you know, that were reading comics like my age, or even, you know, new guys into the hobby are reading older comics, this is really a great outfit. And I just wanted to do it one more time. So there you go. That is Miss Marvel Warbird outfit, customized from the Vampirella Sideshow statue. Hopefully you guys like the way she came out, and thanks for watching. So we'll be back with some more videos.